Gary, double award winner. Special night for you at the IOG Awards. Special night for yourself, but also a special night for the team as well. That's probably the message you want to get across.
Yeah, massively. I mean, I am without a team, nothing. So the team are massive to me. So winning the Cricket Grounds Team of the Year was probably as happy as a group of boys that we are. We were all there, which was nice, and it just shows all the hard work you've put in over the season has paid off, especially with the Warwickshire winning the Division 2 title. Just tops a really good year for the club.
The IG was such an illustrious event, isn't it? It's a special one for yourself, so to be recognised in front of so many peers and so many friends, that must be special.
Yeah, just walking up, on a personal note, walking up, and so many people saying well done. It's just a very special moment. I don't think it's probably sunk in yet. Looking at some of the winners that are on that award, people that I respect highly in the industry. Keith Kent at Twickenham, Jonathan Calderwood who's Paris Saint-Germain. These people and more are just people that I look up to in the industry.
Soltex, it was a big event at the NEC. You did a lot of speaking as well. How good is it that you can get your thoughts across and meet with other people who exchange ideas? Yeah,
I really enjoy that part of it, to be honest. For me, it's all about, it sounds a bit cliche, giving back, but no, I always look at it. When I started at Edgbaston, or years ago, I started at Hinckley as a second team ground, and it was just enjoyable working there. And I always thought to myself, you always help the people on the way up. So hopefully if you get to as high up as you can, you try and give a little bit back to the people that haven't got as much money, haven't got as much time. And if I can give 5 minutes, sometimes I can. I'm not the only one that does it. Most first class groundsmen do. I don't mind the speaking part of it. It's quite enjoyable actually. And it was nice that myself, Andy Mackay and Chris Woods from the ECB had I think it was world class wickets they called it. It was a full house listening to us, and that was quite nice. And a few of the guys spoke to us afterwards just to get a few ideas. So that was quite nice to do.
We've spoken about it a lot, but sometimes it can be a thankless job, isn't it? And you can kind of find the line. So it must be nice that you can work with these people and kind of express the peaks and troughs that come with the job.
Yeah, I think like any job, you always have your highs, you always have your lows. It's a strange one. In what I find is we have unbelievable highs. Sometimes you can have unbelievable lows. If you're in the middle, you don't really get talked about. I think the one nice thing for me is that I'm quite lucky. I'm at Edgbaston. The club are very much behind and back myself and my team. But you do listen to people. I do try and listen to the media. I do try and listen to the players, and hopefully if you work together and communicate, which is what I said to a lot of the groundsmen I spoke to, communication is a massive key to all of this. Sometimes I put things on Twitter about a pitch. Actually, people are genuinely interested, and it's not for me to say, it's just as us to say, well, this is what we're doing. This is the hard work that goes into it. It's not just a pitch that turns up on day one of a test match or a championship. It's actually 14 days of hard work, or even a year's hard work. We've just come off the back end of a summer that finished in October. October the 5th we seeded the square up. We're now off and running again, like every other county ground and every other club ground. We're getting ready now for the next year with all the hard work that we're putting in the winter.
2019 is a big year, not for just Warwickshire but internationally as well. You've got the World Cup with the ICC kind of manage the pitches, then we've got the Ashes, so quite a demanding time for you and your team.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to it here at Edgbaston, which is one bonus. You never get quite used to it. People don't see the demands. I think the media demands are high, but also the ECB demands are pretty standard. We know where we are. ICC are a little bit harder, but they want the best tournament they can have, and actually we all do. So we all work together. We try our best to get that, and every groundsman up and down the country that's got World Cup matches or domestic matches generally try and put in the hard yards to get the best cricket they can, and generally they do, I think.
As a group, you've highlighted that. You're very close, aren't you? I mean, you talked about working together as a team, and it's going to be a long season ahead, but you're close, you enjoy it, don't you? That's the main thing.
Yeah, and as a group, a team, myself, we're close, but actually as a group of head groundsmen, we've got our own WhatsApp group that we talk about things. There's a lot of talk about mental health and things in this day and age, and it is quite a lot of pressure. I'm not a doctor or a nurse or anything, so I'm not even going to go down that route, but there's a lot of pressure on us to perform out there because people are paying good money to come and watch great cricket, and if the pitch is wrong, then there's pressure on us guys. But as a group, we talk to each other, we make sure everybody's okay as much as you can do. Some people are a bit quieter than others, and I think it's important. Sometimes there's a silly little thing that goes on in WhatsApp or a picture, but mostly we have a game and there's a picture of the pitch goes on, and we just talk about it. And actually, that's one thing that social media and phones has brought for us. We're actually closer as a group. Any groundsman could come into Edgbaston and do my job, and I genuinely believe that. And actually, the good thing about that is that you back everybody. So if there's a few wickets have gone down at a certain ground, you can generally come off the back of it and say, do you know what? I know the guy. I know he's working really hard. It must be to do with the ball, maybe, or the team aren't playing as well, or other factors.
And I imagine with social media and and WhatsApp, all the messages were flooded in after the awards, probably from all your colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, I've tried to thank everybody that has, and if this goes out, I'd like to thank everybody. I mean, to say I normally get 50 likes and about 15 comments if I put something nice on or a picture of the pitch. To say I've had over nearly 500 likes, so many retweets, and just generally 50 odd comments from people I don't know, and that actually means quite a lot. I said to someone when we were sitting down talking that one of the nicest things I've had this year, or myself and my team, was one of the members' handwritten letter just to say thank you for all the hard work, and one other member gave us a bag of biscuits just to say thank you. Actually, you know what? As much as awards are great, and they are great, I'm so touched with it, and like I said, I dedicated to my dad because he's not been very well. But actually, the things like that, when members come up to you and say, do you know what, lads, you're working really hard, that means quite a lot I know it means a lot to my team, it means a lot to me, because actually the people that pay their money and come in and watch at Edgbaston are generally enjoying themselves. They think we're doing a good job, they think the team are playing well, it all helps, we're all just small cogs. And it's just been a bit overwhelming. I think it'll take a while for it to settle in, to be honest.